Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from My Dear Charlie and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, a big welcome to you. If you'd like to keep up to date on any future projects that I do post, please click on the subscribe button. I'd love to see you all here as part of my little family. Anyway, welcome to my project. This month I chose to do a Medieval Maidens journal. Something a bit different. Well, I try to do everything a bit different with the printables that are available. So with this one, I've put a lot of construction into the cover. So I'll quickly go through that. As you can see, these are all individually cut elements. I just sort of came up with a design. I had a look on Google at kind of medieval doors and designs, things like that. And this is something that, yeah, I just came up with and I'm really happy with. So for the construction of this cover, I've actually used 3 sheets of chipboard. Each sheet is about 2.1 millimeters thick, and along the edges, it actually goes all the way around, top, bottom, sides. I have inset some brass ball chain. It's just, yeah, something I personally haven't seen before, so I thought, you know what, I like different, so I'm going to go with that. Now for the spine of this, I have done Coptic binding, which I have done plain Coptic binding before, but I wanted something different, so I made this leather piece. I made a template on the computer, cut it out onto the leather, and then I have sewn through the signatures, through the leather, and in your traditional Coptic binding. I did find it, somewhat challenging. I pricked my fingers quite a few times, but I think the outcome was totally worth it. Now the back of it is just plain. I've just done the brads around the perimeter, and I think that's fine for the back. The chipboard, what I did first, I just gessoed it, and then I've used a brown acrylic paint, and then I've just used a bit of black gesso just to sort of give it that old, it's not too worn looking, but an old kind of look. I haven't finished it like with anything like a lacquer or Mod Podge or anything, because I actually like the texture of it like that, and I think, it's not really a book that's going to get thrown around. It can mark, but look, again, easy to fix. A bit of paint, a bit of alcohol, an alcohol marker, something like that, and you'll be able to fix it up, no worries. The size of the covers is just over A5 size, so I'll just show you that here. Where are we with 0? So we're at 8.5 inches by 6 inches across. So let's go in. Okay, so the prints in this are from the Lavender Blu Medieval Maiden pack, available on her store. If you haven't visited Fiona's store yet, do yourself a favour and do so. I will link it in the description below. So both of these, this is the inside cover. That I have printed onto rice paper. It's just got a beautiful texture, and I just feel that it gives it just a bit of an older look. I didn't want anything shiny and new in this journal. Again, of course, this is from Fiona. So all up, there's 320 pages front and back. The whole journal is copy dyed, and you'll see throughout there's lots of different patterning. That's the great thing with copy dyeing, is it's so unpredictable as to what you're going to get. I do have some lined and graph paper. They're from SS Digital Studio, but again, I will link that in the description below. These line pages, they're just ones that I've just done on Microsoft Publisher, and then I've put a spot for you to write the date so you can keep a track of when things happen. So I'll just keep flipping through. There's a lot to get through, but I like to show the whole journal, so if someone is interested in purchasing this journal, they'll see exactly what they're getting. This page here If you do follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this before. This is one that I've made up from elements from one of Tom Chalky's packs. So there was like the corner bit, and then there was the leaves, and then there was the flowers, and I've just sort of put it all together and made this really sweet border, which I think goes really well within the medieval theme of things. So like you can see, there's just so much blank space. So if you're really into journaling, this is going to keep you going for quite a while. So again, just keep flipping through. I have also put in some other Tom Chalky borders, and again I have gold foiled these designs. To do that, I just print the design on my black laser printer. So keep going. Again, lines. So it's pretty similar right throughout as far as designs go. There's a few different designs in the pages and a few different textures with the copy dyeing. And yeah, so I've just tried to sort of spread things out, jumble it up just a little. Love this design. This is actually an enlarged journaling card from the Lavender Blu kit, and the border around that is one of Tom Chalky's borders as well. I just thought, yeah, I like that, so I'll pop that in there as well. So all up, I think there's 6 of these borders throughout the journal. So look at like how rich that colour is compared to say that colour. Yeah, the copy dyeing, the paper is just awesome. The other thing I like about Coptic binding is it just lays flat. It doesn't matter where you are in the book. You just always get that nice flat lay. It makes it super easy to either write in, sketch in, do a bit of collaging. A few of the pages I also just sewed a bit of a border using gold thread. I'm not sure if that's really going to show up too much, but yeah, just so it had a little bit of something else throughout as well. I just like the centre pages of each signature to sort of be a double layer kind of spread. Again, beautiful, gorgeous borders that I think, yeah, go really well with this journal. So wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're all keeping safe and well. I mean, this COVID-19 just seems to be going on and on, which is quite frightening. I'm in Victoria in Australia. We had been travelling pretty well with it, but this last week it's kind of gotten a bit out of hand again. Some people just sort of thought, hey, let's just go back to a normal life, and that just hasn't really had a great outcome, unfortunately. We've pretty much stayed cooped up at home, away from everybody. I've got no desires to go catching anything. So, yeah, I'm glad I have my craft that I can do to keep me occupied. My husband's been working. He's a truck driver. They're really busy. But again, he works on his own, so we're not terribly concerned about that. So I'll just keep flipping through. I know this might be a bit boring, but it just does give you all a really good look. Look at these beautiful textures of the copy dyeing, so different. Each page is just different. I really do like this page. It's sort of like a graph, but it's got little tiny lines in it, and I love the pinky reddy colour of that. Looks fantastic. So we'll just keep going. So I've been trying to think. I do know the theme of my next journal, which I'm not going to spoil by sharing that as yet. But I'm trying to wrap my head around what can I do to make that a bit different. Again, something that's challenging for me, something that's not my normal style. And I'll hope to have that worked out over the next day or two. And then I can get a start on that. We're not too far from the end now. It's amazing how quick it is to flip through so many pages. But again, like I said, I think it's important if someone, finds this and is interested in it, they need to see exactly what this journal entails as far as design and how it's laid out, to see whether it's something that would suit their needs. So I think, I'm super happy with this. I will be sad to part with it. It took, in all honesty, the longest part of the journal was the binding. That took me several hours to do, as opposed to, maybe an hour in binding a journal. But yeah, there was a lot of work, and like I said, a few prick fingers involved. But yeah, certainly super happy with the final result. I think this is the last signature. So here we go. Almost there. Centre page again. I love how some of these coffee dyed papers have turned out. They're just brilliant. Some I've used more coffee, some I've used less. It's just always random, isn't it? Just such a great contrast, even though you're doing the same thing. And there we go, there's the last page. And again, printed onto the rice paper. It just has that nice kind of rough texture. I needed something because I had to cover up all those many brads that needed to be hidden under there. So there we go. Thank you so much for your time taking a look through this. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments, and like I said, everything that I've used in here I will leave a link for you. So that's it for now. Thank you so much, and until my next project, take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.